think it's a really cool societal element because every other culture has to take care of their members at home, you know?
Yeah, that's civilized society. Literally, I think it was Confucius that says society will be judged by how it treats its elders and its children, the most vulnerable people we have.
So how does society treats their children when we're talking about America?
We're failing.
Children?
We're failing them. We're failing our children. We're failing our elders. We're failing miserably. Okay. We're failing so bad.
So who's benefiting right now? Like who's the winner if the elderly are suffering, children, we're failing them?
The 2% of American billionaires that are holding the wealth so that nobody else can get ahead. Pretty much. That's what's happening. Do you know you can live in a nursing home for $10,000 a month, like a good one? No, a decent one. A good one's like $15,000 a month to $20,000 a month.
Who can afford this? I don't understand. So what happens to people who can't afford 20 grand a month or 10 grand a month? That's a lot of money. When we're talking about older people, they might be there for 10 years. Yeah. That's like what? $1 million?
Yeah. More than that. Never mind the fact that it's $1 million a year, dude. Like never.
No, it's not $1 million.
It's every
120.
Decade. Yeah, every decade, right?
That's
100,
insane.
Yeah. But it's crazy because people who are state subjects. Okay, pretty much every comic we know is probably gonna die alone in a nursing home.
Or commit suicide. How about that?
Yeah, that makes me happy.
What? Which part? That comics are gonna commit suicide?
Well, not the suicide part,
bro.
But the part where. Here's the thing, like people, I guess I've been burned by enough dumb comics that I'm just like, you know what? At least I'm not gonna die alone, bitch. Now, like I feel crazy about it, but.
How do you know?
Well, because of the work I do.
I mean, like, okay, listen, what is the scary part about dying alone? Okay, if a person is dying, they're already dying. They have nothing to eat, nothing to drink. How long can that take? A week? Okay, now you're dead, big deal.
Yeah.
Like one way or another, you're dead.
Yeah.
I honestly, I feel like a lot of people have fear of dying, but at the end of the day, if you look at it, you're just going to be dead one way or another. Like suffering is inevitable. It's just like, okay, whatever.
That's so Eastern European. That's hilarious. Americans don't want to suffer. That's our whole thing. We embrace fun and joy and happy, and we're like, we don't want to suffer ever. Why do you think like all the medicine now is about how to keep a boner, how to look better, how to not have a hot flash, how to not go through menopause? Like, that's all Americans care about is like having fun and having a good time. If there's like the lightest bit of pain, they're like,
Sure, but we're talking about like dying alone. And I feel like it's a common fear for a lot of people that is motivating them to make decisions that are rational. Mm-hmm. Okay, worst case scenario, you die alone. So what happens?
Worst case scenario is not dying alone, bro. Worst case scenario is you never named a next of kin to make decisions for you, and you never told anybody what you really want at end of life. So then you become a welfare you become a state person. Like if your money comes from Medicaid, Medi-Cal, whatever, if you're being funded by the government to live in a nursing home, they have to take every life-saving procedure and give it to you.
What if you just get stuck on a cruise? You go on a cruise and they never hear from you again.
You know what's way cheaper? Do you know what's way cheaper? It's way cheaper to go on an all-inclusive cruise every day of your life for like $4,000 a month. All meals included. There's a hospital. There's a ship doctor. There's a ship nurse and shit.
Alcohol included?
Yeah. All you can eat, all you can drink. It's like $3,500, $4,000 a month, and you go live in a fucking cruise. Dude, I think I saw a demented patient on a cruise when I was on my last cruise in Cabo. I was like, this guy literally doesn't know what day it is. And like, what's going on? He was just like walking around doing his thing, like, hey, everybody. Like, I don't know.
How can he keep himself there? Is it something that he can do himself or somebody put him there?
I don't know. That's kind of an interesting thing. If your parents get demented enough, just like take him to a seaport and be like, you guys are going on vacation.
Maybe they're hoping he's just going to jump off the boat.
Maybe it's like modern day Inuit. You know what the Inuit tribe used to do when the elders got old, that they're too old to take care of themselves? Put them on an iceberg and let them float out into the ocean and then starve to death in the most peaceful death possible. And the guys are like, bye, it's my time. I'll see you guys later. You know?
Isn't that suicide?
Is it suicide?
I feel like it is suicide.
If the whole town puts you on an ice brick and throws you out there.
Okay, so that's a murder. That's a murder, right?
If it's culturally acceptable, if this is part... Suicide is a construct that people created as a sin in the times when you could die naturally of starvation. If you can't do this and you live alone, you will die of starvation. In modern society, though, if someone sees you unable to do this, they will put a tube in your body and feed you food with a tube in your stomach because they are legally not allowed to let you die naturally.
But honestly, you know, I've read so many books on suicide and how you end up being in limbo. There's so much literature written on it, and it's incredible that these days you could take a pill and you can check out, and that's not considered suicide. Like, what if all these people are just gonna end up in limbo?
First of all, it's not a pill, it's a liquid. Second of all, Switzerland has been doing it for decades.
So what? But where's the soul going? Like, all of a sudden
Energy is energy. It goes nowhere. Energy converts into another form and it becomes different energy. That's it. We're just nitrogen and hydrogen and oxygen and everything that the stars in the universe are made of, period.
But if you don't accumulate energy, like whatever energy you are in this lifetime, this is how you're gonna transition into the other life. So basically there's an idea that like you live a certain life as a human being and you accumulate certain kind of energy, and then your body disconnects from your soul, and that soul moves on onto the next journey. And now you're saying Switzerland has been doing this for a while. So we're discounting all of that knowledge, all of that wisdom, all that literature that's been written, and saying, fuck it, in body and soul, the energy transitions.
That's all bullshit. What your literature is mythology. It's not science.
There's a million books written on this topic.
Yeah, what, the Bible? Fairy tale?
The Bible doesn't even cover this at all. But like
the word limbo comes from Catholicism. Hello?
Sure, but what we're saying is...
No, back it up. You said religion doesn't have anything to do with it. Yes, the fuck it does. The structures you believe in are based in mythology and religion and not hard data and not science. I'm sorry, my love.
But so you're saying that your take is based on hard data, saying that when the body disconnects from the soul, it's just energy that goes where? We're so complex as human beings.
Yeah. So my energy, I am energy. You are energy. You don't collect energy. You are the energy that is inside you, right? Every little molecule breaks down into electrons, into atoms, into subatomic particles. And if you believe and understand like how the metaphysical world works, and you go all the way down into that quantum realm that way, we're just little vibrating pieces of energy. All of us.
Sure, but it started somehow, and somehow it ends and logically transitions into something else. So we're like creating this artificial ending, you're saying, and it's okay.
Yeah, because no one has a bigger ego than mankind. And we have to live forever, so we invent this artificial mythology that says we can't die. And the obsession with not death and not dying becomes the primary driving focus for living. So people stop wanting to live real life, they just want to not die.
So you're saying the good way of approaching life would be saying, I will live well up to a certain point until I want to check out. And then I take the liquid and goodbye, motherfuckers.
Yeah. If you want to check out or don't check out, everyone's going to check out. Period. You can't avoid death. I don't care who you are, right? Walt Disney is in some crazy cryo fridge thing. People think they're going to unfreeze his ass at some point. I'm like, this is crazy talk, guys. Here's what I am. If I'm hydrogen and nitrogen and oxygen and a bunch of stuff, when my soul dissolves, that energy goes into the earth and becomes nitrogen and food and gas for trees, and then that tree has my energy in it, and that apple gets eaten that has some of my nitrogen in it. That's how it goes.
That's your body that dissolves. Your soul doesn't dissolve. Your soul moves on. And we're saying we're separating soul from the body prematurely. Is that why you go to the arcade so much, to have fun, because you never know when it's over?
I love the arcade. I go to the arcade because when I was 14 years old, I made a promise to myself. So in 1984, I'd wake up every single day of my life and be like, Mom, can we go to the mall? Mom, can we go to the mall? Mom, take me to the arcade. This fucking bitch. I should have ghosted her.
So now what? You just have as much fun. This is the mentality, to have as much fun as you can, when you can,
Yes.
while you can.
Yes. Yes. Praise Jesus. You got it. Yes.
Yeah, that's definitely different from the Eastern European mentality. I feel like Eastern European mentality is all about like suffering and all that, and Americans are like, let's just have fun.
Yeah. We're like, try not to suffer, bro. No pain, no pain. Ah. You guys are like, all the pain for the gain, and it may or may not come. That's insane.
And that's how people spend their entire lives.
Yeah, I've never seen people work as much as Eastern European women. Holy shit. You guys are in constant motion. Constant. Look at you. Cleaning, making, doing. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I'm only cleaning when shit is dirty. Like, I'm not going to be cleaning if it's not dirty. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not insane. What bothers me is when things are dirty and I want to do something about it.
What's dirty to you is not dirty to everyone, though.
But I would say, sure, maybe not to a Pakistani person.
Not even Pakistani, bro. We don't have carpets. There's like a bald floor, so you're gonna see every dust everywhere. But if you threw a little couple throw rugs around, you could sweep some shit under it. You know?
I don't like to sweep shit under the rug. I also think that there's not a harder working nation than Americans. Like, Americans work so hard. Seriously, the way Americans work, you will never see this in Eastern Europe. We enjoy life. Like, time is not the same. Here, no one has time. People are fucking constantly doing things. Back in Europe, it's a completely different timing.
What do you mean? Because people sit around more in Europe?
It's not about sitting around. It's just a different vibe. And here, everyone's constantly plugged in. Everyone's working. No one has time. People are just in the machine.
Yeah, it sucks. But once you get out of the machine, it's cool. My kids are raised. I go to the arcade every day with quarters and quarters and quarters in my pocket. 14-year-old me is like, bitch, you made it. I arrived.
Not everyone is as lucky as you, because you have the energy once you get out of the, work situation. But a lot of people are just like...
You structure your life. I'm very Capricorn.
Yeah, I could tell. Look at your face right now.
You know? You just structure your life, man. I'm very Capricorn. People are like, oh, manifest it. I'm like, no, don't manifest it. Put every little piece of sand together until it's a brick. Once you have a brick, put another brick. Then step on that brick, get another brick, and make your life. Make your life.
Wow, kudos to you.
Brick by brick by brick. You know? Don't let anything stop you. I want to be a comedian since I was 14 years old. Now I'm a comedian. I live in Los Angeles. I play in the arcade every day, and I go get on a microphone every night. I talk about how I want my mom to die. She knows. She was like, oh, ha, ha, ha. One day I will die.
Your mom is funny. Speaking of moms, it's a crazy thing to do here in America. And I feel like it has something to do with the fact that there are homes for elderly that people just cancel their parents. Like, if you didn't treat me right, I will fucking cancel you. Back in Eastern Europe, people suffer. That's where vampires come from.
Vampires come from bad mothers? That's what you're saying?
Bad mothers are the vampires. They suck the energy out of you.
I'm not gonna say or that messed me up. I feel bad. I wanted to compliment your thing you're saying. So, bad mothers are vampires? They suck energy out of you? There's energy vampires? What about the blood vampires? Do they come from Eastern Europe too?
That's just an analogy. I feel like there's no way to describe it in any other way for people to relate.
Well then, okay. So if all Eastern European mothers are sucking the lives out of their children, how come there are more children being made?
All these weak children and people without a future and just like drug addicts.
Really?
I mean, look at most people. They're unhappy, they're dull. How many happy people are there around? And every time I meet a happy person, I tell them, you must have had a good mom. And they're like, yeah.
Yeah. Good moms make happy people, for sure.
Okay, so that's what we're saying, that if your mom was an energy sucker, a vampire, you were fucked. And that's, I would say, 90% of moms. So most people are fucked, in my opinion.
Oh man, can you imagine if people canceled 90% of the moms out there? That's insane. But like also too, like I just think that the trend is horrifying to me personally because I don't remember. I spent my life in therapy. I spent nearly 20 consecutive years in therapy, right? Like so when I think about that, at no point did anyone in the therapy community say, what you need to do is cut your mother off completely and never talk to her again.
Well, no one told me that either, but this was self-preservation.
Yeah.
If I didn't cut her off, it would have been detrimental to my life.
It's wild. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't talk to my kid for a year. And then I was like, let me go to her house. Let me try to make up with her, try to heal this beef. I went to her house. She called cops on me.
Well, your situation is different. You raised a daughter, you gave her education, and you never beat her, you never mentally abused her. You have 2 daughters. If you were an abusive parent, your second daughter would not be talking to you right now. It's a different situation. I'm talking about being in a Gestapo environment when she would call her own self a gendarme. She would say, I am the mother and the father, which gives me the ultimate authority to do anything I want. So she physically, mentally, emotionally, verbally, however you wanted, abused me until she couldn't, and then she changed her ways.
Interesting. So you did change her. She did change.
She only changed because she couldn't hit me anymore. So then she became extremely manipulative.
That's crazy. I feel bad for people who have like real abusive mothers. Because I meet people all the time that are like, I went no contact with my mom, and I'm like, well, what happened, you know? And I'm waiting for someone to be like, she put me through school, she paid all my bills, she made sure I didn't get in big trouble. When I got arrested, she made sure to help me out, blah, blah, blah. They don't say any of those things. They're literally like, she fucked me up, dude. My mom was on crack. She used to hit me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, these are reasons to go no contact. My kid, I still don't get it. I still don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, your situation is different. Your kid grew up privileged in America. I'm talking about a parent who used to call me her mother since I was 14. She would call me her mother, and this was the most manipulative way she could get under my skin. Because she would first abuse me till she couldn't physically, and then she switched her strategy.
So interesting. That's so interesting. I was just like trying to hold the pieces together. Like I had full-blown single mom energy, you know? Where I was like calling friends, like, hey, can you pick up this person? Can you get my kid from here? Because I have to be in 2 places at one time, and then I gotta go to work, and then I gotta run around. Like, I was a crazy person. I know I was running on empty most days, right? Like I'm still an adult and a human being. I tried to have a life and be a mom. That was very hard. But it was a lesson that I learned from my mom, you know?
Which one?
Like, when my mom went into menopause, it was like she fell off a cliff. Her whole life, she was a stay-at-home mom and focused only on the children and the family. And then when we left, my little sister and I left at the same time. So when we left, she was like, she had so much emptiness, you know?
Like mental emptiness, emotional emptiness, what kind of emptiness? In the house emptiness?
Everything was empty. She was like crazy. She was writing us letters. She was writing me suicide letters and like, well, I don't know what to do with myself. I just am so depressed. I feel like I'm gonna kill myself. I'm in college.
Did she have girlfriends? Did she have like a community of people who were...
Yeah, but she had nothing to live for. Every minute of every day. She would wake up in the morning and get us ready for school and be dropping me off at the bus at 8 o'clock in the morning and be like, what do you guys want for dinner? Beta, what can I make for dinner tonight? My mom started dinner at 10 o'clock in the morning with a mortar and pestle, grinding her spices and then making the bread, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think this is something that a lot of moms go through, and I don't want to be a mom because one of those things, like just this scenario is scary to me.
Yeah, we used to give my mom menopause jobs. I would find like discontinued lipsticks and shit and be like, Mom, can you find that Lancome Raspberry Frost? It's discontinued. And then she would have to go to multiple different outlets in Reading and different stores and try to find it. She would make it her mission. My mom used to send me spaghetti sauce from my favorite restaurant in my small town. She went and met the owner and then asked him to start making me my own. And then she would send me spaghetti sauce on the bus in a bucket of ice to Philadelphia. And I would go downtown to Filbert Street, pick it up.
See, this is amazing because in my situation, it was me who was doing all that. Like I was constantly given tasks, like as if I don't have my own life. I'm 20. Give me a break. Like disappear. Go take care of your life. Don't be a leash sucking my blood. You know what I mean? And I felt like the more I would give her, the more she would take. And it was never enough. It was a constantly like a black hole situation where she would just attack all the living energy that I would get downloaded into me every day.
Yeah.
And it would never end.
You know what my daughter did to me? I'm a single brown mother, struggling financially, all the time struggling. I'd borrow $100 from her. I'd be like, dude, can I borrow $100 from you? When I get paid on Thursday, I'll pay you back. She's like, yeah, pay me back $150 though. My daughter would charge me interest. If I borrowed $100 from her on Tuesday, I would pay her back $150 on Thursday when I got my paycheck. And I gladly did it. I was like, whatever, dude, I'll give you money. I'll do it. It's not, you know, like, I'm not the best with money, but look at me now. I have no problems with money now when I'm alone. All my money went to my kids and things they needed and stuff they wanted. And like, they don't know. I paid for every subscription, every stupid lesson.
Of course. No, it's what a parent does.
Yes. Car insurance, house insurance, payments, all the stuff.
You were their slave.
Yeah. But I know what happened to my mom in menopause, and I was not going down like that. I always maintained my own outside interests, my own outside friendships, even though I was a solo mom and I had these kids for 12 years by myself. Blah, 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 blah. Like, I wasn't gonna like, because look at now, they're gone. My kids are independent, they're grown, they're gone, they're off the payroll, and I have a great life. Like, I'm doing all the things I want to do, and I still have a great relationship with my younger daughter. I had a dream about my older daughter last night. Like, I feel like she's coming around eventually. I don't know.
Yeah, you should learn how to speak a little faster.
You think?